Yo, how's it going, Buffer? Alright. Gosh darn it. Got my dragon arrows. Got anything good since the ToA update? Nothing so far, no. I've gotten quite literally no purples since the update. I haven't done that many raids though, to be fair. Alright. I've only done like 20-ish, slightly over raids. So nothing like crazy dry either. Just haven't done too many. I'll click the pillar. Still possible, but way more unlikely. When it comes to shadows, it's actually not that much more. Whoa, I don't like that look. I didn't think it would look like that. GM Dahab. May change the Tombs of a Masket plugin. We'll do it on just party board, I think. Cameron always hits BGS? That's right. Except yesterday. Actually, no, it was, I think not yesterday, it was like Friday. I was missing a lot of BGS. transmog for Pet. What kind of transmog are you thinking, though? I wonder if 2 Burning Claws is better than a Fang and a Void Waker. Manticore. That would be a good idea. If they would, it probably wouldn't be for a couple of years, but I would guess probably not. Did they kind of give one to Inferno just like the heck of it, though, without any other challenges, right? Actually, no, you have to do the rock challenges or whatever. I would not be opposed, but it would take a while. Couple of years. If they do like a hard mode top kind of thing where they have like all the mobs, then they probably would need like a befitting challenge. Can't think of a good challenge for Coliseum. When are they gonna fix the thrall timers? What plugin are you using to track your BGS spec? I believe that's Party Defense Tracker. Or it might just be Special Attack, to be honest. I'm not really sure. It's one of those two. But probably Party Defense Tracker. No one will notice that my claws were clearly not on stab. We'll let one in. Worthy sacrifice. Ah, I think I was supposed to blow pipe that one. Oh, not that. Die. There's like a very specific swarm that apparently can kill in a P2. And it'll lower her HP from 115% to 95% apparently. Neato, right? Or it might be like 2 swarms. Depending on how much the melee heals. Don't you need? Do you need to, or do you mean don't you need to? Nah, I don't need to kill rangers here. Yeah, this is one of the better ways to do it for 540s or 530s. You just step back to lower their damage. So they can normally hit you every 3 ticks, right? But when you step back like this, they can only see you every 4 or 5 ticks, depending on how good you are with the timing. You might be thinking, oh, what do you do when you get low? You just step back here and you press redemption button and you're chilling. See? Let's see if you have quiet prayers. I don't even have quiet prayers on this run. How's it going, Hide? I mean, this particular one was like RNG slow, but normally you get like in the mid 4s, if I had to guess. I've gotten quite a few 416 ones, and that's before employing the parcel swarming tech. Hopefully we figure that out. For like the fast 500s, like the speedrun ones, for sure that's gonna be faster. What on? Oh my god. I'm losing my mind. Not a big deal though. We'll still make time. Two-way plugin says 540 is 9.1% purple. I can believe that. I can believe that. Yo, how's it going, Jotun? Jotun G. You can't just say my name and not say anything else. What is up? The meta info for shadows per hour and stuff. Most people seem to be in the agreement that it is anything 500 and up. Ideally, it is something that's like kind of efficient. So 500 speeds are good. 530 seem to be about the same thing, and 545 seem very competitive as well. But it's kind of like individual rater, which one you can personally like do best. But the speed 500 seem to be the best, ever so slightly. Now, I am personally better at raiding in a slightly slower raid and doing like chill runs like this. So I'm gonna do that. So speed 500s, you have to go like double power, and it's more flicking than I like, so I don't mind doing a slower setup. I think I can do my 500s in about 28 flat, maybe 28 and a half, with a 3 down and full skull skip. And 530 can do roughly in about around 31 minutes, I would say, or maybe like 30, 45. I've read the ZZB, that would have been probably the difference. Oops. $20 to $21? No. Like, add 10 to that. Oh, the 500 speeds? Oh, like 28 minutes. 28 flat. About 28 in like 30-ish. In that general range. Panicky Clickster. I lost a little bit of value on the ZCB, but okay. This week's update? I mean, they're gonna update the formula or in between 50s to give it like, you know, like a regular like linear scaling, so you don't have to worry about like breaking off at 50s. But I'm gonna guess they're not changing it too much. So I mean, I don't think the meta will change for 500 users. Oh my god. My clicks are not so good. I've been messing up 32.4 like a surprising amount of. Running dehydration, ambrosia doesn't work, right? Correct, it does not work. Lost a tick. Unforgivable. Why take a life at all? Because it still gets 2 restores. Oh my god. I lost my ZCB. I missed anyway, so it doesn't matter, but... So, I could take Adrenaline, go double power, get a little bit extra speed off some ZCBs, or I could take life and not really care. and just do no flick a whole raid. Personal preference, basically. I'm willing to lose the speed so I can not have to flick. It's that simple. Any chance of those 400 Fangless? Probably not this stream. Personally, I would never really do like a 400. Now that I know how to do a 500, but thought I gave one. It gives like life still gives you 2 restores, which is nice. Like, you know, like most people would be flicking this, Catfree and Baba, whatever. I don't flick anywhere. I don't care. The game ain't that serious. Not about to flick my brains out for like 20 seconds time save. It's actually not like that bad extra flicking, but still. I'm trying to vibe. I'll make up for it by just having better strategies, basically. Like swarming P1 and stuff. Isn't T-Bow better? Here, only when not salted. It's better, basically, if I bring like a respectable amount of range switches. If I bring like 2 more range switches, it's better. I don't even have Missouri Chaps or Anguish. And that's also I can just AFK and you know, not flick. Unionize against flicking. I gotta make sure I don't drop below 123. Ah, he lives. Or he dies. The way around. Terrible things happen when you drop to 122. Lose damage. This setup is even more peak, we drop pants. I know. But you know what's the sad thing? Every time you miss your ZCB, you can complain. Because that's 2%. When you drop pants, you lose 2% ZCB accuracy. You actually don't lose much P2 DPS, surprisingly. I checked the calcs, and it's like nothing. It kind of bothers me that it's like nothing, but... There's like a lot of like things to consider omnitual when it comes to like T-Bow versus Mage. Like a lot of overly draining setups, especially like back in the day. Oh, I thought it died there. A lot of like overly draining setups back in the day, we used to take like Searcall, and you would literally need to bring like a 7-way to save like the most inconsequential amount of time. But nowadays, like a lot of people are taking like they're not taking overly draining anymore like they used to. So like BGS is more viable. Well, BGS is just straight up going to be better than Bone Dagger in that case. And BGS obviously gives you a consistent 20 defense reduction, or hopefully more consistent 20 defense reduction compared to what we had in the past, which was using a bone dagger. So there's like a lot of things even to account for. Put the hat up here. But yeah, like, you gotta do the calcs of like all the little circumstances. Oh, the spot is goated right here, so you want to drag him a little bit closer. There you go. It's not many places the bomb can land that'll actually hurt me. The thing about the wand is that it's not that accurate, the spec. It's a big problem. And it lowers like defense reduction or something, and not like a real... It doesn't do like mage like Seared Coal does. But I mean, we're gonna be very spoiled having Confliction Gauntlets and Delve Boots. I'm sure we'll live. Net negative, healthy. It's hard to say because I'm a high of no gamer. For me, it's a very, very fat L in a lot of ways. Do those gauntlets give a max hit? Depends if they cap the damage or not. No one knows if they are going to. Apparently the code doesn't actually have anything to cap the damage. So we're kind of just like seeing and waiting, I guess. Because if they don't cap the damage, then yeah, we're getting more Shadow Max hits, which is going to be very nice. But like, I would say it's a massive, massive W for anyone who wasn't already running 500 plus. But for anyone who was already running 500 plus, not only is it a like annoying like L in terms of drop rate, but the raid has gotten like simpler, and if you put a lot of effort to learning the raid, then you feel like you're just being told kind of like to fuck off by Jagex. That's how I feel about it anyway. Look. Like 5-1 Baba's dead. So now I'm just sleeping at Baba. And I love how they said like, oh, but people will still use Red X to get rid of the spooky part. But you don't even do that. So like, teams can just AFK by that Sarkos, which is crazy. Like, an entire team just AFKs by a Sarko. Exactly like how we predicted was going to happen, by the way. Pet plus parts to get the kit? I hope not. One, because I want it without having to grind, but that's selfish of me. I was a big advocate 5-1. Yeah, it's a very fun, somewhat complex cycle. You were doing every mechanic of Baba while you're doing it, so it's like it was like the best of both worlds. You need to be good at timing. You would take less damage, and you still have to do all the mechanics. But It is what it is. That was removed. I like, for the most part, I agree with the Kefri changes and the Akka changes. I don't really agree with the Baba changes, and I do not agree with the how they did the high-end scaling. The high-end scaling, it does not only does it like not really make sense, but it doesn't encourage pushing, which I think like it's not the whole point of the invocation system. Like guaranteed. I kind of like the Rancor being a uniquely earned kit. I want it to just be only for the Rancor if you can. I like the Rancor system. I'm not gonna ever get the kit because I'm too lazy to do a Raxor because I find it too boring. But I also like that so far it is the only thing that has like such like a amount of things to do. Gotta get the helm. Gotta get the pet. You know. Needing the pet is dumb. I am not a fan. I will say this. I am not a fan at all of the destroy for more pet chance system. I hope they never do that again. I get it. You want to keep the value of things like more reasonable for like the players who are like doing it for money, so that pet farmers don't ruin everything, but like don't ruin the economy too much. But do pet hunters really ruin the economy that much that you have to literally take away their drops? Come on, bruh. You gotta stop putting like... I'm gonna throw some shade at Jagex. Instead of making the economy just AIDS for pet hunters, can you just ban some bots, please? Let's see the scoreboard. I think the party board they say has the waiting for the uniques, right? Let's see it. Wait, what? How do I see it? Is it the party board? The party board's rewards section. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh well. On the obelisk. Am I being dumb? Oh. 6.1. It's kind of like a weird place, but I get it. I'll be honest, I never knew that spot even existed. Completely forgot. -1 tick. It's over. How much time save is ECB in this setup? I have no idea, to be honest. I'm gonna guess somewhere between... I'm gonna guess somewhere between 20 to 30 seconds. If I go power life, like I am currently. I'm guessing if I go double power, maybe like 30 to 45 seconds. Just lost a bunch of ticks. I didn't even have depth charge! Oops. Oh well. Feel like that sometimes. It's too hard to remember. New buttons to press. Old Fang yesterday. Thanks for your videos, helped me out a lot. Congratulations. I assume you mean regular Fang, but hopefully Fang Kit soon. Fang Bofa tried it, so Fang Kid soon. I'm guessing it's like 20, probably like 20 to 30 seconds when I go power life. Probably like, it'll be like 35 to 45 seconds if I went double power, if not more. Probably more. I wanted to bring more restores. What would you bring in your setup? Probably bank the Burning Claws, I guess. You would need to BGS spec the Obelisk, but that's whatever, I guess. I'll be honest, I can't see why you would need more restore than I have, though. I don't even flick. And I'm chilling. Usually have like extra. And there's a lot of places you can do like some super easy flicks. Places where you're not even moving. Like Obelisk, Zebek. Like you already have your prayer window, you know, so. And it doesn't need to be like perfect flicks. Don't know why you would need more. The whole point of the setup is that if you can make some mistakes and not need to flick, but like flicking a little bit. Torva legs from restoring more time save. So Torva legs like don't really do anything. I'm actually wearing ancestral legs, so Masori legs would definitely save more time, especially if you're willing to like range Zebek. Now, Torva legs actually don't really do much if you have, like, this setup. You have, like, altar and everything. You would think Torva, like, gives a max hit because it's 4 strength, right? But actually, if you have, like, this specific level of strength, it doesn't help. your Fang Max hits when you're unpotted. Which is kind of surprising, but yeah. So, still Maging's epic. Then it would unfortunately still be Missouri, just for the ZCV accuracy. I know that's like super surprising, but that's how little Torva legs matter. I would rather have like Oath Plate top and bottom for more BGS accuracy than bring Torva legs. Torva legs don't do anything. They don't give minimum hits either, that's also important to consider. What? What did I click to do that to myself? What? Where are you going, bruh? I should have blow piped that one too. I knew it! Something was amiss. I actually should poke this guy instead of doing claws. Was that a range? Oh! I'm dead. Not dead. I'm 100% alive. And make sure he doesn't range me. I'm 100% HP. So remember what I said was that I don't see why you would need more restore. So you saw how I just turbo griefed? Now all I have to do, right, to fix that, let's do this. On an easy room. I feel like Kefri is my easy room, but I could also flick Zevik. I don't need to torture myself and like flick P3 Wardens or anything like that. I just need to do it in an easy place. And it doesn't need to be like one tick sweaty. See, I'm like leaving Patty on for like 2 ticks. It's fine. Might get hit here by the dung, but I don't care. Worth. Alright, a little rude. I slashed! And I hit. Ashling and Slasher. the Din's tech. Look. It worked though, right? That's what matters. The Din's always works. Alright, now I think I can go back to no flicking. There's if you go backwards, Elias, there is a like tile that I use. There's a special magic tile. I wasted too much money on South Pillar, unlucky. I feel like North Pillar's too easy. You get so much easier spawns going north. Even if you get like the occasional grief spawn. Who cares, dude? Just put on the Dins and run. Also, I'm pretty sure all of them are solvable, aren't they? I don't know. I don't know how to solve the nicknamed cock stack, but DCB rec to do 530 with 35? Nah. Not even the slightest. Well, isn't nice? Absolutely. But needed now. Does Fist counter Lysandra? I don't know about that. Don't know about that. I had one of my friends who's like impossible to argue with. And I could not convince him that Malphite was a good matchup into Tryndamere. He said, oh, what does Malphite do to me? I'm like, makes you unable to play the game by pressing E. But there's always a way to beat Lysandra as Fizz. You know what that is? If you don't kill her level 2 to 3, you roam. So get the hell out of here. Don't get me wrong. No matter how favored a matchup is, people will find a way to lose it. It's very rare to get like the cocksack. But even when I get it, I just like cheat with Dins. Even if you're not using Dins to like run pillar, you can use it for like flicking the defense, which is kind of nice. Which is what I like ended up using it for late more. I didn't really run pillars in like, I would say past like, I'm gonna guess like 100 too much. I just used it to flick defense and it was like so good. Like if there's a major and a ranger and I don't know what to do, I'll just put on the Dins for that tick where they're both hitting at the same time. And then I'll just like scythe on the off tick. Oh yeah, building mage on Malphite. Yeah, that's probably an easy way to lose the Malphite versus Trin matchup. Might be a tough question, but since you're not running overly draining, do you not think Light Bear would be better than Alter That's actually something I was wondering as well, Herlock. But I haven't done the math. Someone told me Ultra is better. I'm gonna believe them. Even if they might be wrong. That being said, there's a very, very, very high chance that when Delve Boots come out, if they cap the damage, we're just going to use Light Bearer the whole time. Because right now we're very close to cap, and I think the Delve Boots will and Confliction Gauntlets together will bring you over the cap. So in that case, you would bank the Magus Ring and switch to Light Bearer only. Never heard this song except for one Osu video. It is a very popular theme song of the VTuber Usada Pecoran. Woodson. Took off the boot somehow. Did I lose a tick? I think I did. Dang it. Meg is too good. Especially if you're doing Mage Zebek for more inventory space, Meg is good. If you're ranging Zebek, then Light Bearer is like pretty much the same thing. It's not that different. If you're going like a double power setup of Light Bearer, then you can save a slot on the ring. And Light Bearer becomes a lot more like digestible. Plus Light Bearer is the BIS ranged ring. So if you're ranging Zebek, definitely it's good here. Like if you're maging Zebek, 100% Magus is gonna be better. 100,000%. Perhaps not when the Confliction Gauntlets and Delve stuff come out, but who knows? Who knows how that will shake up the meta? For now, I will be big chillin'. My eyes could not, like, comprehend that. Ah! The level up message got me, the virtual level up. Huh? Alright. Already solved. No jugs. Fuck it. Not complaining. Wait, assault on 2 spots. Fuck it. Not complaining. If you were to Zebek Akka, there's not much of a difference going Zebek Akka anymore. Just do whichever one. It used to be kind of flame worthy because like 1, you might run out of like run energy. 2, you might what if like you needed to brew on like a lower invo run, but like now it doesn't matter. It's very, very hard to mathematically calculate level, let's say, 4 Zebek time loss versus Akka. Because I'm considering starting an Iron Yay or nay. I'll be honest. If you had to ask, probably an A. Probably an A. Considering you asked. Yeah, the adrenaline on Zebek is nice, I will admit. Although, I guess it could carry over to Akka and give you like 2 ZCPs, right? So, similar. But then, yeah, the third ZCP might go to waste. I wonder if I should assault at 59 or 61. I think at 59. Alright, so we stand here to start, right? It'll lure Warden really close. Now, mathematically, if bombs drop, I am invincible. Until I'm not. Mathematically, I'm invincible. When carry only downside is avoiding level 4 Zebek. Yeah, a lot of people like to avoid level 4 Zebek. It's a pretty easy boss though. IMO. But, I mean, hey. If it helps you get the clear more often, mathematically it did not work out. Boom. How dare they. Alright, now mathematically I'm invincible. See? 100% of the time. Or 10% of the time, it works 100% of the time. Alpha is 500 bad for PPH? No, it's fine. Alpha's 500 is actually meta, technically. But it's like very similar to like 530s. Bombs can still drop on your head, yeah. They never fixed that part. Skull skipping still worth? I'm guessing yes. I'm gonna I'm gonna go on a hard leaning on yes. Still worth the 3 down in Skull Skip if your invocation's high enough. Does Thrall type matter? Only for P2 and Akka. So you just want to make sure you switch it out for last phase of Akka. And then make sure you switch it for P2 Warden. Other than that, no. I'm new. Why Skull Skip? So you see how I'm damaging Warden and I'm getting points, right? On the left side here, my unique chance is going up. So P3 Wardens, the phase I'm doing right now, has a very, very high, I guess, like point multiplier. Not all bosses are equal. It's doing more damage on one boss may reward you more points than doing the same amount of damage on another boss. And if you kill these skulls, right? What happens is that Warden takes like 130-ish damage, but that damage isn't actually points that you gain. So you're actually taking away, in a way, the amount of points you can get from this one boss. And because his multiplier is so high, it's actually typically, if you're in a high enough invocation, worth it to kind of like improperly do the mechanic so that you have more HP to deal to him. And that's why. Now you wouldn't do this to someone like Kefri, right? Because Kefri has a 1x multiplier. Like you can let Kefri heal with swarms, for example. But because she only has a 1x multiplier and your DPS is not as high, it's not as worth it. 150s or 300s? No, you would only really do this. I would say bare minimum, I wouldn't even consider this until at least 450. And that's like the opinion I had before as well. I wouldn't really consider it pre-450. There's probably like an exact number of words like kind of worth, but I mean, it also comes down to like the mentality of the player. If you're at like 450, your skull skipping isn't the most time. Technically, the most time efficient thing you can do is to sit down and up your invos. Like just learn all the invos until you can do 500s. If you're currently at like 450, so like above a Fang Trident, the most time efficient thing you can do is spend like 5 hours learning Double Trouble Keepback, so you don't spend 30 more hours grinding it at 450s or whatever the hours are, right? Which is why I don't really recommend like skull. Like theoretically, skull skips may be worth at like 400, but your time is much more valuable than skull skipping compared to just learning more stuff. When you're at like 500, there's like not much else to learn, you know? Other than just doing the raid more efficient, I guess. Oh yeah, and if it's like missing you a 40 timer, then absolutely not worth. Missing you like a 35, then it's like maybe, I don't know. I skull skip because I can't do the mechanic. I like to use True Tile to like know when to click. Like when my character's True Tile updates, that's when I like to move. Or like click. When 500 guide with max gear? I don't know. Eventually. I need to test what I like the most. I like 530s the most so far. I'll just take that damage. Morning, good luck. Thank you very much, vegetables. So skull stepping 300 is legit griefing yourself? Yeah. Never purple. Knowing how to hit skulls is important too, because like, what if you're like really close on time, right? Then on like a 40-minute timer, then you should probably learn it, so that in an emergency, if you're like missing, if you're gonna miss the time, you can skull skip, not skull skip, actually do the mechanic. Oh my god, I have my chugging barrel here. But unironically, no flame, not to be toxic. Scurious with like a bone weapon is unironically a great way to practice insanity. Practice one-ticking the rats. I think I should always go for the blowpipe there. Leaves like less downtime in that wave. I wasn't sure if I should go for the meleeer or the shaman there, but I think always shaman second. I use all Sanvies, not restores or peapots. Cause I'm rich. Purple rates down with the new update in 400s? Yes. Although, it's very easy to go from 400s like 450s now, so... You think of it that way, no. Which is a very valid argument to make, by the way. You can scale up your invo a lot higher than you used to be able to with the same level of gear. Ah! What would you put on from 400 to 450? Well, the most obvious ones are Double Trouble and Keepback. Now that you can Butterfly Akka, Double Trouble and Keepback are, as long as you like take a little bit of time to learn it, going to be plus 30 compared to what you used to have. The thing is that once you add that plus 30, right, it becomes much more worthwhile to add some other stuff, like, let's say, Pathfinder, previously Troll, now becomes, like, kind of viable? / neutral. Overlords start becoming, like, instead of a negative, it becomes, like, neutral. But when you combine, like, Pathfinder and Overlords, right, it's like a net positive to help you scale to 500s. It brings you to some nice, like, thresholds. What's the best 500 to do with the ability to use Bruise? I mean, that depends how fast you go, honestly. Like, this is a 35-minute timer, right? So, you can just do this, and then you just turn off dehydration, and that's 500. But then, you know, you might ask, oh, but what if I don't feel comfortable making a timer? That's completely different then, right? So, it probably would be like an overly draining raid or something. But I would probably say this is like the easiest one. If you feel comfortable making timer. 35-minute timer. No Bruise and no Butterfly, just forget. I mean, you can still take Double Trouble and Keepback and not Butterfly. It just takes you a century. I don't know why you would not Butterfly, though. Sure, you can mess it up, but hear me out, hear me out. Just Butterfly anyway, and pray melee, and if you mess up, it's like the same thing. Why don't you BGS Pefri, by the way? Pefri has like a bajillion slash defense, unfortunately. So it's very inaccurate. It's, if you have a Void Waker, it's always better to just like throw more Void Wakers. Zero leak. Sit the fuck down. I sinned. No piety. Any goals or just rank ToAs for the heck of it? Just for the heck of it. Stream your content. Butterflying without a Shadow's Pain if you don't make DPS check. It's actually not too bad. You'd be surprised. Especially if you have Double Trouble on. He pauses the timer a lot for you with Double Trouble on, so you often have more time. Because every time he teleports with Double Trouble in a solo, he does Simon Says, and that pauses the timer for you. Which gives you like another, like, you know, like 2-3 more Bowfish shots, which is pretty important. I have to think about that one carefully, so I don't get like knocked back into a bomb. I'm so dry on purples. Also same, dude. I think I'm 27 now. If 300 skill skip, I imagine 3 downs are also bad. Yeah. 3 downs are a little bit worse than skull skip. At the Bob and Croc 450 transmogs done. Any tips for Akka and Bug? Bug is annoying. You have to take medic. It just takes a really long time, but it's not that hard. Just be very careful about the fireballs. Akka is very simple, but you do need to take some time to learn Double Trouble Keyback. Keyback is free, like you just pray melee before every attack. But Double Trouble, a lot of people have trouble getting to the middle. If you're using a shadow, the easiest way to do it is, you see how I'm attacking on these 2 tiles, this one over here, and this one up here? To get to the middle, you just want to click that symbol of the same quadrant you're in. Once you get on a tactile, you just click the symbol. That's like the easiest way to do it. Oof. Was a way to tick there. Oops. What do you mean 300 skill skip is bad? It's not worth your time. No, not even for time. Even for like purples per hour. I mean, you already added like an invocation where your time is definitely more valuable to spend upping your. So like, I can just click the symbol here and it'll work out. By itself. Then you can go wherever. What if I don't have a Fang? It still really isn't worth it. So like, this is what you do if Keyback's on. You pray melee, his splat on you, then you just pray whatever he's doing right there. It's that simple. Then you can move in twos and stuff. And you see it always drops one like ahead of where I go. And then one where I was too. I'm gonna wing this transition. I think it's like this. Yep. I assumed it wasn't any different than the ones I normally do. Oh yeah, he did change because I messed up. It's awkward. You go away, Akka. Like, just teleport out of the arena right now. I'm not ready for this. Ever get bored and check KC bots at ToA? Nah. I don't like to depress myself with stuff like that. It is depressing though, for sure. Alright, let's drop the ego. Anime piano cover, so hold up. I'm a sucker for piano covers. This Sound Swapper has made like the ToA experience so much better. No misses, let's go. Isn't doing 500s below 30 minutes more money? I'm actually not sure. So someone did the calcs with like various timers, And it seems like anything above 500, as long as you're doing it in like a relative same amount of efficiency, it's pretty much the same stuff. So I personally settled on 530s because I think it has like the easiest inventory to work with. And if they're all gonna be the same, then you just want to run the one that's like the easiest. And personally, I find 530s way easier than 500s and less stressful. If I wanted to do 500 more efficiently, I would have to do like double power, ranged epic. And that's honestly doesn't really sound worth the effort. And it's not much better anyway. We're probably talking like less than 3% for doing a much sweatier raid. I'm guessing 3 down and Skull Skip are also both efficient to do for purples per hour. And it's a lot tighter on time to do a 500 doing all of that stuff. I was getting about 28-minute raids doing 3 down and Skull Skip. A few 27s in there, but I think it's more honest to say about 28. You can pull the jars, yeah. It's actually really important to know that. Also, keep in mind this. If you're flicking to make double power work, and you're just a casual raider like I am, it's a lot harder to get burned out flicking every single room, going double power, than it is just to do exactly what I'm doing right now, which is Bing and chillin'. What do 3 downs refer to? So this phase right here that I'm about to go into is called Phase 2 Wardens. And if you do 3 of those phases, that's called a 3 down. When most people, when they're doing speedruns, they're almost always doing a 2 down where they kill it in 2 downs instead by using DDS specs, surge pods, stuff like that. But like casual runs, they usually do 3 downs where they just like whack it, maybe throw in a few specs. I just throw 3 Burning Claws. The rest could be Void Wakers. Alright, mathematically I'm invincible here. Until I'm not. See? Mathematically invincible. Don't even need to move. %100% of the time. Except, you know, it's probably not really 100%, but... What are the chances it lands directly on me? Very little. If it lands... Very few places it lands. That's because it can no longer land underneath Warden. Single wave? What single wave? Oh, there. I mean, you can stand there too. Just remember that you would just need to go down here. Just move the tile one down, right? Like, if you do, like, end up moving too far, just move one down, right? Silence. Silence, what then? I should plug in my mouse before it dies. I don't think I've charged it for a while. I think it's been like 1.5 to 2 days. Kinda scared to do it during Warden, so... Whatever. If it dies, it dies. Let's get the court kinda ready. I'm using the E1 mouse. I forget the exact brand name. It's Canadian, though. I do know it's Canadian. I was gonna say Zowie, and I was like, wait, no, Zowie's not Canadian. Backseat, maybe? Is that what it is? VAXE, I think. I think that's the brand name. Oh my god, level 3 Zephyr is so slow. I don't like it. Dislike. It's like actively throwing me off how slow it is. You mean deadly prayers or quiet prayers, Christopher? Deadly prayers is the one that lowers your prayer when you get hit. That one is free as hell. There's the one that makes you take chip damage. That's quiet prayers. I've done a bunch of raids where I used to take quiet prayers. I don't take them anymore though. Dodge one more boulder. Yeah, I've tried a few things to sub them out. I've done 550s where I used to take them, but not really a fan. I'd rather have them off for most of the time. They're not too bad in like the speed 500 raids. And I tried out like a casual 500 setup. Where you don't flick and you have like quiet prayers on. And those are the ones where I was getting like 28 minutes with 3 down skull skip. But I think 530s are ever so slightly better if you're doing a casual setup. Oops. Well, it's fine anyway. I could have stunned. What did I mess up? 32 is kind of slow. Was the Zebek? Maybe just noodle wardens. Kefri's fine. Aka's a little slow. Zebek's a little slow. Oh, I guess all the rooms were a little slow. Were her 500s like 20%? No, they weren't that much, but yeah, they did nerf it. Pretty big nerfs. Used to be about 17.5% for 545s. 530s are probably like 16. You strictly play ToA for the enjoyment of the raid, mostly because it's good stream content. Shadow going to be nerfed? I don't think Shadow will be nerfed anytime soon. If it does, it's going to be a very hot minute from now. Oops. Also find it kind of like relaxing, somewhat head empty content for me. Do you play OS or off stream much? Not really anymore, to be honest. I'll do some very like small grinds off stream, but most of the time I play RuneScape is on stream now. I take a lot of breaks from this game. Never BGS. Me a slow baba. I do a lot of like testing for my like my commentaries, for example. I'll do a lot of off-stream testing to make sure the strats are a little bit legit though. I really don't do too much like testing for like game strategies and stuff on stream. Some discussion, yeah, but I mean, if it happens, it'll be so long from now that it won't really matter. Three misses in a row, good. Thank you, Yampflex. What's the argument to nerf a mega rare? Not specifically because it's a mega rare, it's just specifically because it's kind of hard to balance around. They designed it in a way that is like really hard to balance. Oh, taking like no damage from the P4 shadows? Yeah, you just want to click them like when they're at the largest like shadow size, if that makes sense. Because your character will run onto them right as they explode. Don't be afraid of the shadows when they're at like their maximal size. Maximal. This is not that slow for a no BGS Baba, but it's definitely slow. I think I should not have jinxed it because now I'm gonna hit like 5 zeros in a row. Make horn work for self would be nice. Getting used to the timing, yeah. It's a bit weird because like you see a shadow, your first instinct is to get away from it. But like you should be eyeing it as like your next safe spot. Oops. -1 tick. We'll never financially recover. Bruh. Stubborn. Be careful he doesn't like bounce me into the bomb. $86 con. Ooh, congrats. I kind of missed the that stage of the game, I guess, where like every grind felt pretty significant. I feel like I kind of completed the game. But I don't want to make an Iron Man either, so unlucky. I just play different games now. I just did 600 Corrupt to Island to Green Log on a main. Honestly, massive respect. I have no hands. I cannot believe it. I didn't think that procced. Butterflying still extends his stay a little bit, even if you mess up by the way like this. Like, it's still worth it to butterfly instead of just full tanking. Because as long as you don't let him get to his 6 melee, he'll still stay the full minute that he normally does. He'll just switch afterwards to range. I'll get melee there. I could just pair melee, but I'm like so used to the regular key back, or I guess the old key back. I think I summon a Mage Thrall. I'm gonna phase him in like 10 seconds or less. Hmm. I might egoed a bit. Like, I think I'm the first person in the world who's ever died to come phase now. I'll be honest. See. That's okay. I should have healed. Arrogance. Running back. GM Rockapena. GM. We are in fact Dej. It's fun in the last run you said you care respect and said that's drop the ego. Yep. Sometimes to get the ego cleansed, you must be humbled again by the game. Surely we don't miss 5 in a row. Someone do 0.4 to the 5th power right now. 0.4 to the 5th power. I need to know. I've been done dirtied. Let's see, 0.4 times 4 times 0.4 times 0.4 times 2%. I'm watching you, video game. Not that unlikely. I'll let it slide. To the 6th power, to the 6th power, to the 6th power now. No. Terrible video game. Ooh, big Void Waker though. People smart here, yeah. You know, I tried Shadow, but I think Shadow, oddly enough, has a delay. I think Rubies can proc. I haven't tried ZCB, but I don't want to take the chance that Rubies could proc. Although I think ZCBs have a little shorter range too. I will admit though, ZCBs is a one-way. Like you don't have to put the defender back on. Took 10 damage? Bruh. At what point does one-way Bofa swap stop working? Well, it doesn't scale by invocation. It scales by path level. It should always work for you, basically. Path level being this number on the top left. One-way Bofa swap hits really hard. It should work basically forever. Damn, I did like no damage on this guy so far. What? I missed that one close to me? Still be just one in. I forgot to swarm. This was like partial swarm. Oops. Put on protect range a little bit late for that one. Any purples if you copped after the nerf? Unfortunately, nada. I haven't done that many raids. We're like 28 dry right now. Something like that. Bruh, yeah. Price streak right after they nerfed it. I am the target demographic, it seems like. You drop rate sucks? Yeah. Target demographic. What are you expecting with BGS? Supposedly Baba. But I just missed 5 or 6 in a row. I think 6. Minus 1 ticks. You're just supposed to be better DPS than Void Waker on Baba? Not better DPS, but better time save, yeah. The DPS of the BGS itself is not good. In case you're not aware what the BGS does, it lowers defense, which is why I use it. Most of the defense reducing special attacks aren't very good DPS, more like a long-term investment. Total kill time? Yeah, definitely better to BGS for Baba. The only reason you don't really BGS Kefri is because there's a really high slash defense. The Devil rewards will be so insanely nice. Having the new gloves for more damage. Not having a boot swap. Whew. You just skip caps at 805, we don't know if it's accurate. Yeah, no one knows if it's actually going to cap damage or not yet. Apparently, the code doesn't have anything that actually stops it. And got a max hit. It probably got a minimum hit. A lot of the times if the Fang doesn't get a max hit, it's because it's getting a minimum hit. Just see if the DPS goes up. The DPS goes up a little bit. And it probably got a minimum hit. Unless it's like super small, that might just be accuracy. But I'm pretty sure it gets a minimum hit. Crocodilo. Bombardilo Crocodilo. What? Oh. I thought we were doing waves, I completely forgot. Is your girl dead news? Probably, yeah. I don't think overly draining is worth taking. But you can definitely bring it if you don't, like, have the money for ZZB, right? Better than nothing. Although, honestly, if you don't own a ZZB, you can also just bring in some range switches. make this room a little bit faster that way too. No search pot? Nah. Big chiller setup. Speaking of big chiller, I'm gonna unplug my mouse and plug it in. This is the perfect time. Alright. Mathematically correct wardens. Unless it lands underneath me, I'm big chillin'. Or here. Easy. See? Big chillin'. Oh. That's not mathematically correct. That part was not mathematically correct. That was an error. I thought that was a melee attack. Well, we're just gonna call that unavoidable chip damage. What bolts to use? I'm using regular ruby bolts. In this economy, we can't afford the dragon rubies. 100% of the time it misses. My Korean ADC just locked in 8 Teemo. Well. Surely it's still better than, Actually, I don't want to spoil it. Let me shut my mouth. I was gonna spoil an MSI game. I was gonna say, surely it's better than one of the players' performances today, or yesterday, but I don't want to spoil it. In case some people haven't watched the VODs yet. The Victor incident with double lift. I'm convinced that incident broke his spirit for the rest of his pro career. It is better than the Speak a 9-man sleep, though. I've never seen something worse than a 9-man sleep. Oops. One of my favorite like moments when anyway still mildly, potentially, maybe relevant was the Haunter. It was like, I think, a 5-man Gnar ult. And you could hear the whole crowd scream. That was like esports peak. What is this banger? That's a good question. I'll find it now. I'm also streaming this on YouTube, and there's a playlist in the description. This is song 6, song number 6, in case you want it. Chat fly. Here's what you do. You walk in a random, indiscriminate direction and just click warning when it's time to attack. It works 100% of the time. Until you cheat like that. Just casually reading chat like it's re-recorded. Look, you get used to it. You know what you can get away with. 30-36. Never purple. Wait, 30 now? 30 dry? 29 dry? $27, not even close actually. I can farm hill giants and reach fine. To be fair, I do die every now and again, so it's not like I'm invincible. Log Toa. Ah! Ah! Yeah, whatever. There it is. These 10 seconds are gonna make or break my raid, so it doesn't really matter. That volatile kind of checkmated me. Ah! Terrible game. Watch this, I'm gonna manifest Venom right here. Never mind. Didn't work. Ah. Ah, the sick nerd. Make sure I don't die. Ew. Kinda slow. Power 7? Alright. That actually hit. You know, now that I think about it, why don't I just throw a Chinchompa at them? It's a one-way switch. Ah. No one saw that. I'm gonna be not over there. What do I think about the Baba and Akka changes? I like the Akka changes. I don't really like the Baba changes. I think the boss is too boring. As a connoisseur of 5-to-1 Baba, which was basically Red X, but actually still having to do all the mechanics, it was very, very fun. 5-to-1 Red X was very, very fun. 6-0 Red X was a little bit boring, or like 6-tick Red X, but still like an acquired skill a little bit. Now you don't ever need to do any form of Red X ever. So it's kind of weird. Akka overall I like though. I think Akka changes were pretty good. Red X says prayer? Not really. You can say the same amount of prayer by just lazy flicking, so it doesn't really matter. Like you just pray melee and lazy flick and it's like the same thing. Especially since you don't even need offensive prayers for Monkey Room really. When you count to Monkey Room taking like half the prayer that it used to, and you're a net positive just lazy flicking. We'll let one go in. Does that come in? Nah. I don't think I can ever be asked to grind one out, unfortunately. How's the guy still alive? Erish. Oh, should have spam clicked more. 412. Not bad, not bad. For a 530, that is pretty impressive. How's it going, Herm? Says love you, Runelite. Thank you very much. You wouldn't. Oh, very stockness. So rude. So rude. Poster invos. It's just the 545s, except I took off overly draining. Nothing too crazy. Great. I don't know what I expected. Of course the regular hits. I didn't even realize I didn't press the spec button. Chillin', enjoying the music. Thanks for making content. Thank you. Thank you for watching. A little step back. Manual path. Big chillin'. Noodling. I'll just leave Rigor on for one hit. It's too much work to press the prayer back on. You use Bone Claw tech without chins? Yeah. The chins are not really have anything to do with the Bone Claws itself. The chins are because it's a Pathfinder plus Overlords. But you could definitely use the Bone Claw tech to like one-shot in like any invocation. Are you kidding me? Humble? I don't think that's a chance, at least. Alright. Definitely gonna use a Sun Karis. How much does Circle help this room? You mean ZCB? There is no Circle in this inventory. Oh, massive chance. We were biding our time for the sun spec. You fool. Giving me a chance back. My tile indicator? That's a good question. Oops. Let's see, tile indicators. Here you go. Can you play with risky metal music to make it very intense? I can't do that. YouTube copyright's very, very strict. -1 ticks. No one saw that. I need to remember to take off the ancestral pants during Dirty 2.4 or something. Hard to remember. Or I could just take it off at like August or something. Why would they make an exam in text like that? I liked it when they were kind of like a little bit wittier, you know, more humorous. Because I don't get what that exam in text is either. Maybe that's the point. Would you horn in them all? Ah! Dang it. Most rooms have no shadow? Yeah, probably. I assume we're talking team, right? Duos, no shadow? Yeah, duos. Okay. Yes. Aqua's 550. Jesus. Will you bring Bone Dagger if they fixed it? I don't think I will. Bone Dagger's good for overly draining raids, but it's not really good for 530s, which have overly draining off. gonna go for GM at some point? I really doubt it. I literally just don't care about it, to be honest. That one's a... What the hell? That won't work. It'll pop to the right. There's a lot of content I'm really not interested in doing. Don't get me wrong. I would like the Zuck helm just purely for a flex, but seeing that surfaces are not bannable and like getting good teammates, paying them is not like a bannable offense, I don't personally see the flex behind it. I used to care more about the 2-minute thrall more than the actual flex. I'm also not really an Infernal speeder anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. If we're talking more like relevant updates now. Oh, 0.4%? Aw, unlucky. I kind of wish there were more ways to like flex. Like Blorva is one, Rain Oathplate is another. Oh. What is this? Deeps? Kind of terrible. EB top 1? No, you're right, you're right. Or mathematically, this solves all bombs until it doesn't. Doesn't solve these corners. So my first corrupt gauntlet kill yesterday. Hey, congratulations. Small steps at a time to becoming PVM god, as they say. Where are you dropping it? There you go. This one's kind of slow. Ludo's a lot of gold doing ToA. In case you haven't, make sure you try to find like a good item to throw into Death's Coffer. Thoughts on Bofa for non-Ironman? Not that bad of an idea. Especially if you're doing a lot of ToA. It's nice to have for Butterfly. Alright, someone says GM, how's it going, bro? You are GMing. We're chilling. Pretty good though. And some head empty raids. Oh yeah, you could also just turn hardcore off. I don't personally recommend hardcore until like 400. Fun fact, for like a really long time, even when I was doing 470s, I was doing softcore back in the day. Like, I would do softcore 470s. This was like my first, pretty much 200-300 KC. Honestly, nothing wrong with that. Even in my most recent 500s video, sure, you can have hardcore on and have diet off for bandage. But you can also not take the bandage and go softcore. It's a very customizable setup. So even in like 500s, you could basically do like a softcore setup. Oh, on supplies? That's not too much. We don't talk about the supplies. Music kind of reminds me of MapleStory. I barely played MapleStory. My chilled video game playlist, which is different than this one, actually has some MapleStory OST in it. Can I hit any more zeros than this? The answer is yes. Oh, unavoidable chip damage. Alright, I'm like dying out here. Phew. Never purple. Back in my day, these were herbs, not seeds. This is very, very good for the economy. 1,800 torsal seeds. Yep. I don't understand how Jagex makes these loot tables. Yo, how's it going, IPK PKers? And then they're like, 2 years later, maybe they're a problem. Bruh. The wiki's accurate, says 540s are 11 mil now. Actually, I haven't checked the prices, honestly. I mean, it really depends how fast you're doing them, right? I imagine they're not anywhere as good money as they used to be, though. You might have unfortunately missed a train on that. Unless you already got in beforehand, in which case, GZ. And that was a terrible monkey room, but that's okay. I honestly don't think prices are going to go up much at this point. I think if there was any time for them to go up, it would have been initially. But who knows? I mean, the game in general, just a lot of money is getting devalued. Who really knows? Just like the ability to make money as a high-level player, to that same extent, has been reduced a lot. Yeah, too many bots for high-level PVM, I agree. Like, Coliseum used to be like 20 mil an hour without even like the uniques, which was like really, really good. I don't think you're gonna see that for a really, really long time again. Yeah, maybe Delve gives good money. I don't think it would be giving like... I really don't think it is going to be giving like 25 mil an hour money though, or like 20 mil. Remember, do not be surprised if Delve is basically like ToA, where it's essentially designed for mid-game players, but just so happens to have a little bit of depth that you can do high-level stuff. So I don't think the money is going to be like that crazy after like a month for Delve. I think prices will be very stabilized at some point. It is what it is, though. Long gone are the days where you can like get like 4 bonds in like 1 hour. Well, actually, yeah, except for off-play contracts. That one was sick. Both play contracts being an exception. Yo, how is it going, Mr. D-Bag XD? Oh, I shouldn't hit again. I don't want to proc. think I lost a tick somewhere in the beginning. Shadow BIS for Arcane. Well, the thing is, it takes some ticks to like run across the map. The Partisan of the Sun is a little bit better, but it's pretty often to hit him like immediately for like 40 and then like he'll jump like 3 times. Shadow seems to be a little bit better just because you don't have him jump around as much. And it's like less clicking and stuff. Sure, you have to do the switch, but like I think it's easier to proc, or not proc, to kill the Arcane with Shadow. Question: I started running ToA on the Iron meme. About 30 experts in. Should I be running regs or expert for best chance at yellow gem? You should. Well, best chance at yellow gem. It's technically to do regs, but don't waste your time with regs. Honestly, just go straight into doing like 400s or like whatever you can handle. What about the yellow gem? Quite feasibly, you can even do like you can do like mid 400s without the yellow gem. It's not too bad. It just depends on like your personal practice and skill. Obviously, like, say the least. You don't really need yellow gem much. Especially the changes they made, like, it used to be a little bit more important to have it as kind of like an emergency button for Comphase, but Comphase has gotten like so much easier that you can probably just get away with like Bruise. You know, you obviously don't need it for like Akka or stuff. Not Akka, like Baba and stuff anymore. Well, Eclipse of Fang and Trident. You mean like Adlotl? Like Eclipse Adlotl? You have a Fang though, that's pretty good. I think he can just do like slow 400s or something. Although, yeah, it kind of sucks that you don't have a Bofa. Are you just trying to... Are you like trying to skip the Bofa? If Akka hits you once, and then you keep butterflying, does it do a special any quicker? Than if you never hit in the first place. You still want to butterfly if you mess up, by the way. Because what happens is it kind of depends if you have double trouble on. That's like the more important part. Like the key distinction, I guess. Because if you have double trouble on, he always will do Simon Says in a solo after his 6th attack, right? If you keep butterflying, you're preventing him from doing, you know, his 6th attack, basically. And he has to instead choose the 1-minute timer as his method to do this special. So although he's going to change no matter what, he's instead going to change... What is my gear? He's instead going to change on the minute and not on the 6th attack. So if you want a butterfly, you still should. Like take less damage. Most of the time, you probably want to keep butterflying. I can't think of an instance right now where you wouldn't want to keep butterflying, even if you mess up. There might be one, like some obscure reason you might not want to, but I can't think of one. I hate Gauntlet. I told my group they can get it for me, and fair enough. When you got one, you can definitely do like 450s. You do want to get some practice butterflying though. Right now you don't really care too much because like using a Lotto on Akka's not that good, but definitely in the future once you switch to Bofa, it'll be a big upgrade. I think I'm getting DPS checked here. Honestly, I can't be asked to care about it. I'm gonna turn this on. Let's tank it. Retake and Bofa are different. Retake's pretty simple, actually. If I got hit, I was just prioritizing going to the middle and tanking him because it would be easy for me to deal with double trouble instead of having to run from the furthest point and mess up. That's cool. You know what I would practice, honestly, if I were you? If you're having trouble with double trouble getting to the middle, try making it a habit when you're in Akka specifically to do a click that's like far away from yourself. Contrary to like, let's say you're doing like Monkey Room and you typically click like very close to your character, right? For Akka, switch it up and instead click very far. And then just get ready to stop yourself. Because if you click far, your character always moves in twos. For example, like this. And then just kind of be ready to stop yourself at a moment's notice like that. And this way you'll always be fine, you know, getting to the middle. Like when you've sufficiently made it to the middle, you just stop yourself. Yeah, or you can just do like a last second turn. A diagonal is the perfect way to do it. Because ones are fine. You can move in diagonals and stuff. You can move in things. You just can't do like the same direction twice in a row. when it comes to like doing one tile movements. So like you can do something like this, and you're actually fine at the end of all of it. That wave is in Mornin. Oh yeah, level 1 is it's like oddly harder than the others. 2+ is definitely easier. It like runs out mid-puzzle. Save a Jug Foundation. No more circle? Nah. Circle's dead content when overly draining is off. I was gonna Void Waker him, and I just realized I don't have enough spec for Void Waker. Fastest 530, like 30, like low 30s. 30, 20 something. I could definitely get sub 30 if I did a I killed the skulls, but I've been just skull skipping all of them. Because I'm just here for money, right? Sub 30 is pretty free. If I hit the skulls. But we're here for that moolah. That cash. I think it's the same for the Bofa tiles? No, it's a little bit different. The Bofa tiles, there's 3 of them, and I think only one of them, I think only one of them gets you to the middle if you're clicking the symbol. Speaking from personal experience as someone who's tried it. Using ROM UI scaling? I think I'm using one that starts with a B. Yeah, bicubic. That's what I'm using. Will Shadow be max after Delve? Right. Gearscape says 85, but we don't actually know yet because we don't know if Jack is gonna cap it or if they're gonna leave it uncapped, which is apparently what the. Oh my lord! Mathematically, we've lost today. I love how they can still land underneath you. It's just very cheesy. Oh, it's safe to land on a tactile? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's still fine. We're standing in this corner, so look. They made it so that the bombs can't land underneath Warden anymore, right? So what I need to do is corner Warden, and the amount of area that he can drop the bomb in is very, very small. That can actually hit me. Plus, when he does, not this special tech, the other one, you can just AFK in the corner for windmills, and you're big chillin'. Like that special attack that like radiates outwards, you can just AFK in those 4 tiles in the corner there. It's a spot. How realistic do you think an Outlaw 500 would be? Very realistic, just takes a very long time. Akka Shadows are left at a DPS? Yeah, it would suck. For sure. Oops. I thought that was one further back. Silence! You think they're going to rebuff Akka's orbs? I hear people saying they overcorrected too much. I'll be honest. I don't think they will. Like and subscribe, thank you very much. I even saw Mod Goblin tweet that they think they overcorrected too much. I don't think they're changing it. I'm gonna call it right now. I don't think they're changing it. I think they're leaving it. They're gonna leave it as easy as it is. Well, shit. One last question since I'm running noob setup. BGS max invocation on Mornin and use a lot or use Fang. I actually don't know which one is better. I would need to check the DPS calcs. But to be fair, the 800, I mean the 500 is realistic either way. It just takes a really long time. Am I under the safe assumption you already have the yellow cares or don't have the yellow cares yet? I think you don't have the yellow cares yet, right? I think even without yellow cares is realistic, but it would take a lot of time. 400s might be a better bet. The only concern I have for doing an auto run is if you might get DPS checked at P2 really slowly, because your P2 kind of sucks. That's like the biggest thing. So your P2 sucks. Even if you use blowpipe in a 500, you know, it's kind of weak. Unless you're like willing to bring like Masori blowpipe. I'm assuming your P2 is rather weak. The new mage pair has the same max hit from Royal Tens. I think for ToA specifically, it is one less. I am pretty sure it's one less. I think outside of ToA, it is the same max hits. But anyway, you could do like a 450 and that would still be good. Until you get the Sun Cares, or like a 400. I remember us doing 445s with a Lotto setup like a month or two ago. Hand-hit P4 technology. Just walk in a random direction and hit the boss. BIS for reading chat. I feel like in solos, if you destroy the skulls, that's just a troll. One misclick, you waste a whole run. Sometimes you need to make time though, and it helps. Oh, it's up 30. With a full skull skip too. Nice. I did not know I was going at a decent speed. Let's see. It's actually kind of a slow Kefri too. Bruh. Still dry. Well, I guess that is my best now. There you go. 530 specifically, at least. PB for this particular setup, yeah. Any perps today? No. Look at this. Purple dry streak 29. Absolutely not. Diabolical, yep. Look how they massacred my boy. What's meta now for getting stuff? Unfortunately, I think it's still this. I think 530s are pretty good though. 500 speedruns are probably better if you're willing to like flick and stuff. No. But I'm not willing to flick. I'm big chillin'. I think this 530 is pretty good for casual runners who don't mind taking a slightly slower inventory. No anguish? Nah. Don't really need it. I think it's possible to do a 600 within the 25-minute. In a team, for sure. People have already done it. Has, in fact, already been done. It's been done a long, long time ago, actually. In a solo? Probably not. Probably not. I think the current record for a 600 is... 1? Rare. That sometimes. I think the record is like 37 minutes or something. It might be like 34. I don't imagine you can save 9 minutes. GM Reynolds, I've decided that today that your dry streak of 30 plus will end. We're at 29 right now, so it will be ending on this one then. Maybe by 2030. All they have to do is make Medic like a viable invocation to take solo. What on earth did I just do? How did I dismantle my Fang? New meta? Dismantle Fang at Baba. No one saw that. Changing thralls hit the lowest HP target in the room. That would be sick for Medic. Oh, thank you very much for the Prime Dahab. Appreciate it. You know, I forgot to set up the, what's it called? Alerts for subbing. do it eventually. I only got the sub button last week. I keep forgetting. Damn, I did like no damage. I need to bring Torva legs so I can train my attack without it being like so much DPS loss. Last week? Something like that, yeah, I got it around last week. Because I mostly stream on YouTube. So I don't really have I didn't have the... I don't remember what requisite I was missing on Twitch. It's either follower accounts or just hours streamed. I'm pretty sure it's just hours streamed. I figured it's better to let one of the swarms go in there than have the melee bite me again and potentially hit me big. I saw him hit me once and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just shank him before he hits me again. This melee is fine because I can pre-melee against this one. Ooh, egg. Yum yum yum. Yoink. Is Warden harder when it's Akakaf as his little sidekicks? So I would say the P2 one has significantly less chip damage by a lot. You just have to pray melee, it's not too bad. There is one really important thing though to consider, is that you have a little bit of chip damage in P3. and slash P4, which is kind of annoying. Not a lot of people want that. But it is faster if you know, like, range is your best DPS. Then you get 2 range phases. I don't know if you want that. Some people do. I think most people don't. I think it's good for like the T-bow setups to have like an Akka Kefri Warden. I feel like Akka's harder to keep track of than Zebek though, for sure. Because if you like, let's say, missed a Zebek Q, you can just like literally just keep looking at your screen, you'll see the rock coming in and pray range. But if you forget like what Akka was, then tough luck, you're just gonna probably get hit that major range prayer. There's like no good indication, in case you forgot. I'm gonna have to rewind the clip because I was clearly not paying attention. Whatever the start was. Let's see. It started white. Okay, I'm just bugging out. Oops. Seven, be like that. Fall asleep at the wheel. Instant death. Maybe it's time to take a break. We've been raiding for like almost 4 hours. I think we're only at 2 deaths at least, so not too bad. 2 deaths, and we go drier, unfortunately. Got a new PB though. Alright, you guys have a good one. I am going to get some food. There goes your guaranteed purple. That's fine. Larger dry streak is content. It is what it is. Alright guys, have a good morning actually. Oh god.